5th of October 2017, 9:30 to 12:30 with Nicola Osborne. We did a vocal and physical warm-up. The vocal warm-up, as always, was the meow slide, sticking your tongue in and out and going. I can't do it as well as Nicola does. I'm still learning to curl my tongue up. Well, where to begin with? The vocal warm-up, as always, was, as I said, the meow slide, the sticking your tongue out, up, across, down, across. Physical warm-up, up, halfway down, all the way down, up, halfway down, all the way down, with our shoulders, our arms. I'm trying not to hit the sofa because it looks so weird, but yeah, physically can't get there. And if you couldn't hear that, I was just like, that's physically can't get my arm any further back. We also did that as both arms, one backwards, one forwards, and then swap. I don't know why I tried to do that, but anyway, this is not professional. Anyway, actors vlog. What we did was also spatial awareness, walking around the room, in gestures as well. So in our characters, also jogging around the room, doing log and scythe, which is jumping when Nikki says log, and crouching down to floor when she says scythe. Did that a few times. And then I copper bottoming my man, tongue twister, as well as a proper oh no, it wasn't that one. It was a different tongue twister and I can't remember it. There's something about sheep, the sheep. It was a new tongue twister that I can't remember now. I didn't write it down either, which was not very good of me. Anyway, we had a couple of tongue twisters. That one we've only done once, so the sheep one. But with this lesson, it was just rehearsing for us. By us, I mean the whole group to begin with the prologue, just rehearsing. Managed to cry on cue, which is one of my goals, to actually cry on cue, and that's in the long run, a long run target, like eventually get to the point where I can. I'm getting there because I did cry on cue. I just let the emotion build up in me. We ran it through a couple of times, and we decided that everyone should say, "Know what I mean?" And so that was something that we needed to learn, because all of a sudden, for we the passengers, we started off with no lines in that scene, and all of a sudden we had to know what I mean, whoops, and a. But not only those lines, but also the cues. Now there's quite a few know what I means, especially when you try and stay in character and trying to keep those lines in mind. You sometimes miss the cues, and I know I certainly did. It was something that if we had started it sooner, we definitely would have been able to nail. But other than the prologue scenes, we moved into our groups, and for the first time, our group was the first one to actually be blocked, but for the first time, our group had the blocks. We actually were able to use them for the first time and rehearse, and it was really, really good. We could actually work with them and learn how to get up onto them and get back down off of them. It worked really, really well. We decided that in that moment that we definitely weren't going to use the raised platform at the back of the stage. Or should I say upstage? We weren't going to use the platform upstage. But we did really, really enjoy using them. At first we were kind of scared because once we actually had a look at them, we realised that they weren't solid. That scared us a little bit. But once we started to use them, and over the course of time, we got more confident using them. And that was pretty much the only development. Except, I will add this into this vlog. The next lesson we did use, Andrea did add a new movement in, and that's Andrea, myself and Lizzie doing this on Pisshead Market, but I was using my right hand, so I can't do it properly with looking at the camera, so it's just like staying on open late and experiment capturing the Pisshead Market, and I started like my character was gonna laugh and just like like that kind of thing. I felt it looked so fake, but it was worth it. It really was. I wanted mine to stand out. But overall, for that lesson, the one on the 5th, we worked together really well, and we got things done. Everyone else around us was being so loud, and that was very irritating when we were trying to listen out for cues. And we were off script that day. Actually, we were off script. We started to go off script, and it was really good. As I said, I was going to add in the next lesson, which was off the top of my head, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, the 10th of October. So this wasn't before. Was it? Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the lesson before this. So it was actually the 4th of October. My bad. That we added Pisshead Market, and that lesson before. No, it was the next week. I didn't write it down, but I do want to include it in the vlog. I got a little bit stressed in the next lesson, and that was not very good. I snapped. Wasn't very professional, but I was being cut off, not going to name names, by people when saying, oh, you really need to learn your lines, when actually we'd only just gotten off script that previous lesson. I kept getting cut off and trying to say my lines, and I just ended up going, I give up. And I said, I need your lines for cues. I'm just like, okay, said them really quickly, and just got back up on my block because I just couldn't deal with that. And that's a personal target that I needed to work on, was not get stressed, and it's still something I need to work on. It's just like, can you please just stop for a moment, because I am trying to get through my lines, but it doesn't help being cut off. So for that, I do apologise, and now I I have apologised, and I do remember now exactly when it was. It was the day before we worked on the blocks. It was the 4th. Because I remember thinking I know the reason afterwards. So we were in F129 on Wednesday, and that's when everything kind of blew up a little bit. But the next day, got back in control, managed to sort myself out and was back fresh. We were completely off script, and it was great. I hope I've got my dates right, because these ones were not ones that I'd written down, but they're ones that I definitely remember, lessons I definitely remember as like key turning points. But I do believe that was the 4th and the 5th of October that those happened, because it was not Tech Week. I think it was Tech Week the week after, and we started to learn our lines. And yeah, it was definitely the 4th and 5th. Yeah, I got my dates right. So it was something that I needed to work on, and I did work on it. I got over it eventually. Not got over it. I worked on it, and I was fine. So I remember thinking that is something I needed to work on. We also needed to work on our cues, our choral movement. This is for both days. And we all needed to work on it, or on everything, just polishing it all up. So, but we did work really well on both days until we were all, like, because we were ahead of everyone else, I think we all thought, oh, we can mess around a little bit, but we couldn't. And we eventually got ourselves sorted, and that's something we needed to work on, was the professionalism, and we did. Once we got back into it and got back into the swing of things, we were fine. We were all working together nicely, and it was running so smoothly. It was brilliant. There was nothing to fault when we got our heads in the game. So yeah. I wanted to point out that personal flaw and what happened, because that is something in my own character that I've built upon thanks to acting and working with people, with new people. And it's something that I'm not going to let happen again, and it's something that needed to be said, and it was something that I wasn't going to use to attack anyone, as it was my fault that I reacted in that way. It was not theirs, it was mine. So, not an attack on anybody, just a personal statement out there that was something I really needed to work on, and I did the next day, because we were challenged by people around us working loudly, and with us missing cues from those people working loudly. So yeah, we were off script on the 5th, completely off script on the 5th. Sorry. The 4th we were working on it, the 5th we were off script. So yeah, I am really proud of us for those lessons.